Houdini became even more capable in simulations, Blender got 2 new super powerful patrons, new version of AfterEffects, render engines updates, massive layoffs at Autodesk that you shouldn't worry about, UnrealEngine got a harsh criticism over usage in the movie industry. These highlights and many more became what the first months brought to us. My name is Alex Andrew, you are on my channel, and this is a news recap for January 2026. Already extremely powerful and industry-standard simulation tool Houdini became even more advanced with these 2 new liquid solvers. Sebastian Schaefer has released Storm HydroFX, a GPU-accelerated flip solver. A younger brother of his multi-physics tool Storm, released earlier, Storm HydroFX is focused on liquids and described by his creator as simplified, node-free standalone liquid simulation tool. Native Houdini solvers are mostly CPU-oriented, but Storm HydroFX allows users to get results in their simulations much faster while saving the memory consumed using its adaptive domain. In comparison to another popular liquid simulation tool, LiquidGen, HydroFX cannot offer real-time experience. Instead, it can generate a huge scale and high-quality liquid simulations suitable for feature film production. For using Storm HydroFX, your workstation must be equipped with NVIDIA graphics card. In case if you are not a big fan of NVIDIA, but also works with fluid simulations and need something faster than standard CPU-based Houdini solvers, you might be interested in Paradigm liquid solver created by Theory Accelerated. In September we were mentioning the Axiom sparse volumetric fluid solver, which has the same philosophy to make Houdini's standard solvers faster via GPU. This year they released Paradigm for liquids. Comparing to previously discussed solver, the tool from Theory Accelerated built to run on OpenCL for GPU simulations, so it opens doors for any GPU model, AMD, NVIDIA, Intel or even Apple Silicon. Under the hood we have the same swift simulation speed comparing to the CPU-based tools and possibility to operate vast areas of simulation with millions of particles. Therefore, we continue our last year's trends. More GPU high advanced tools are coming to our CG apps, unveiling new possibilities and speed up our overnight simulations. On the first day of this year, DreamWorks has updated their in-house render engine Moonray. Version number is 2.34, and that reflects quite minor innovations in this iteration. And it is true. In the core of this update is Light Path Visualizer for debugging render. With this handy tool you can inspect every light source emitting on every pixel on the frame. Another part of this update is enabling the support of CY 2024 and 2025 specs for VFX reference platform, which promotes just use of Linux and macOS. And that sounds even more boring. No fancy GPU features, ray tracing in the viewport or cool AI enhancers. But what is truly amazing, this render engine is production level tool. It already has all advanced high-tech features, for example, hybrid CPU-GPU system for final output. Moonray was used in various projects came from DreamWorks, such as How to Train Your Dragon, Bad Guys and Wild Robots. Back in the days we used to hear about some incredible tools developed in-house and not accessible for public. But DreamWorks made this render engine open source and published on GitHub, so any of you can compile it and use. This reminds me the case of RenderMan, developed by Pixar, which became non-commercial free to use in 2015. Fantastic trends to open the doors to the public for such a high-level advanced professional tools developed by world-famous studios for their feature films. A very nice, clean and fast render engine D5, which is also free by the way, got an update last month too. This real-time GPU render engine in the version 3.0 received lots of cool updates. A new ocean object can generate an animated ocean surface with ability to detect intersections with objects or ground and create coastal waves and foam. 2 new tools for volumetrics, a cloud system with tons of options and presets for real-world types of cloud, and another system for volumetric fog. This version of D5 also includes a new advanced displacement tool with higher fidelity, yet higher resource demanding. But what kind of render engine without AI-driven tools these days? So D5 received just tons of them. Previously added text to 3D generative system was completed with image to 3D system. AI agent will help to match the scene with its lighting settings and asset recommendation. Texture tiling system will make any map seamless. Texture upscaler can help to increase details of a small size texture. Map generator can create all basic maps such as specular, roughness and normal from a single image. And at last, AI post-production will help to finalize the output. Some of the mentioned above tools are available in D5 Pro, which is paid version and costs $30 per month. Maxon, a company that gave us Cinema 4D, Redshift and ZBrush, popped up twice in the media last month. At first, they released a new version of Cinebench 2026, the most popular benchmark software on the market. Unlike other synthetic tests, Cinebench uses Redshift production render engine instead and loads workstations in a very similar way that our CG apps normally will do. In this new version, it was added the support for new GPUs from NVIDIA, AMD and Apple Silicon, in a chase for all new hardware that hit the market almost every quarter. The second time Maxon reached the headlines was with a scandal. Attempting to join AI hype and cover, let's say, beginners community in digital creation, they introduced Maxon Digital Twin. By that time it was no clear understanding what actually digital twin is. Maxon gave us quite vague description. Digital twin turns your 3D product model in a marketing-ready asset, letting you pair it with your own backgrounds, including ones generated with AI. And this was enough to farm dislikes and criticism across all Maxon's social pages. Despite the public show for this tool was aimed to CS Tech Show, Maxon urged to delete all announcing tweets on X social, possibly just to wipe all negative feedback. Additionally, they chicken out with some comments that digital twins will work without AI, it's not their own large language model, and all generated features are optional. Obvious explanation to this situation is the clear fact that public, especially professional creators community, does not accept generative AI. People are getting mad instantly just with the word generative. This contrasts with other Maxon apps which has AI-aided additional features but within a professional software. Adobe has released a new major version of their compositing app AfterEffects. 2026 version received even more integration with Substance 3D. Now it allows to create 3D primitives right inside the app and supports Substance 3D procedural materials with ability to adjust its parameters after uploading. Additional nice feature here let 3D objects cast shadows using advanced 3D render engine. But not just 3D was in the focus of Adobe in this new version. For those who does VFX compositing in After Effects, there is a new advanced feature to nicely cut away black background on stock footages, especially with transparency such as flame. Among other noticeable innovations for this app, ability to import vector graphics in SVG format, some new audio effects, caching and preview features that allows now to playback longer frame range, and at last but not least, After Effects now supports ARM devices within Windows OS. This year, layer compositing fans can get a subscription for After Effects for $34.5 per month. In the end of the 2025, you could spot some alarming posts over social media, especially LinkedIn, which calls to make a donation to the Blender Developers Fund. And even more, some messages were hinting that with time Blender may become a paid application. This made me think that Blender organization might having or expecting some difficulties in the coming future. But all this were vanished with the news that came up during January. One by one, 2 contributions were made to the fund. The world-famous PC builder and hardware manufacturer company Dell made a contribution of $30,000 per year. The second one was made by Netflix Animation Studio, or to be precise, their department, which was well known before as Animal Logic. The amount of $240,000 per year was added to the developers fund. If count these 2 as salaries, we have a half and 4 full-time developer yearly salaries respectively. Additionally, we know that unlike it was with another contributor from the last year, Wacom, this tool will be used for general purposes of the organization and it's not locked for some specific goal. Good for Blender and for its huge community, and in general for the whole industry, since this free software makes some competition on the market. We have seen this dozens of times. A company reports about significant revenue increase, huge boost to the money flow, all diagrams goes up, and on the next day they announced a massive wave of layoffs. Seems like familiar nonsense, right? Software industry, game industry, this is everywhere. In the first months of this year, Autodesk did it too. It was the second round of the massive layoffs for them in the last 12 months despite a good financial reports. This time it was 1,000 jobs cut away. But don't be panicked, this will barely affect our CG industry. The thing is, they are cutting only sales and marketing jobs. Usually this is the most bloated departments in most companies. By this time we have no any information about developers team cut. I would say even if that was a dev team shrink, especially in the media department, it would be at least a sign they actually have such a developers team who works on their media products such as Maxon and Maya. Year by year, looking on patch notes, it feels like they have just a few part-time juniors to work on these apps. This is not a secret that UnrealEngine has breached the border between game and movie worlds. While games receive never-seen-before level of realism, all these real-time tools, features and virtual production stages made the film industry and the process of either shooting or post-production less hassle and faster. And yet, time to time, this becomes too buttery. One of the greatest filmmakers, Gore Verbinski, the creator of animation film Rango and the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, gave an interview where harshly criticized the use of UnrealEngine in the movie industry. It works with Marvel movies, where you kind of know you are in a heightened, unrealistic reality. I think it doesn't work from a strictly photoreal standpoint. I just don't think it takes light same way. I don't think it fundamentally reacts to subsurface scattering and how light hits skin and reflects in the same way. So that's how you get this uncanny valley when you come to creature animation, and a lot of in-betweening is done for speed instead of being done by hand. I guess he said the right words. Every time I see the top-level environment projects made on UnrealEngine by the most skilled artists, I still have this feeling that this is an in-game engine cutscene for some new AAA PC video game. No matter how good the assets are or how high the resolution and ray tracing preset. At the same time, after 20 years, the Davy Jones CG character which appeared in the Pirates of the Caribbean 2 in 2006, I find as the best CGI ever made in the history of cinema. This is all we got during the first months of the year. I was almost sure that post-holiday period will be completely empty for CG news. Thank you for watching. I will appreciate any feedback to this video. It will help me to develop this channel. See you around. Bye.